God! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are gonna try to answer one of the most asked questions about the MT09 in the web, which is, can a beginner ride or start riding a motorbike like this one? You know, because they all talk about power modes. So this motorbike actually has different souls. Can be very weak or can be a super hooligan machine. So the question is, if I put this bike in the lower power mode or one of the lowest, can I still ride it as a beginner? So you see with this mode button, now I can basically select the motorbike mode. So I have mode 2, mode 1, so mode 1 would be the strongest, most powerful delivery. Mode 2, just a bit lower, mode 3, and mode 4. Now we're gonna jump on the bike. Actually we're already sitting on the bike. We're gonna turn the bike on, go for a quick spin, and I'm gonna try to show you the difference between all these riding modes. And then at the end we are gonna try to answer the question. So is this bike suitable for beginners? Yes or not? Should they rather buy an MT07, for example, or a Suzuki SV650 or whatever, I don't know. Let's see, let's find out. Okay guys, let's start with power mode 4, as you can see on the screen. See what happens. So let's accelerate. You see how weak it is? I'm giving it like 70% gas. The bike is literally not pulling. Mind this, what is this? There are roadworks. Alright, so you see it's very weak. Just not even 100. You see, I really have 2 is the throttle, but this thing is not moving. It's really slow, believe me, it's really slow. Maybe you can't see or can feel it from a camera, but believe me, it is pretty slow. So now we are gonna do a different thing. Now we are gonna try the power mode 3 instead. So 3, you see, power mode 3, and we try to do exactly the same thing. So let me shift down second gear, and now twist this throttle, go. A bit better, but still, you see, I'm really twisting this throttle, but okay, now maybe, now when it opens up, but you see how much I twisted the throttle, and the speed, maximum speed, was still only 120. So even mode 3 is particularly weak in my opinion. Okay, before we go, mode 2. You see there? Let's go. The difference is already a lot. You see? The bike is hooligan. I promise you, I cannot push harder than this in these roads, guys. But believe me, the difference between 2 and even 3 is a lot. It's a lot of difference. Believe me. And now we're gonna try mode 1. So, power mode 1. Start slowly. Okay, let's do. Oh my God! Oh my God, guys! So my favorite mode remains mode 2. I think it's the most balanced. You have a lot of power, and you know, you don't need all the craziness of the mode 1. And here we are, guys, back on the same place where we started from. So, answer to the question, is this bike, the MT-09, let's consider Gen 3 and Gen 4, let's forget about the others, so the last two Gen, are they suitable for beginners or no? My personal opinion is maybe. It really depends. It depends on your age, it depends if you have the head on your shoulders, it depends, if you're not like me, that you leave the shop and after half an hour you're already mode 1. It depends on many factors. So this bike for sure has 4 different soles, as I just showed to you. By the way, the traction control was always to the second level, so the maximum, because if you leave the traction control to 1 or you disable it completely, the bike is gonna go up to the sky. So remember that. Power modes 1, but controls, all the controls set to 2 or at least 1, otherwise really, believe me, you're gonna fly. So there is tons of electronics here in this bike, to deal with with all this power and all this brutal delivery. So yes, of course, if you if you can keep this bike, I don't want to even say to mode 4 because mode 4 is really weak, but let's say mode 3, at least for the first month or for the first few days or few weeks, just the time to get used to it, then maybe yes, I think it's a good bike for you, because again, you have plenty of power, you have plenty of controls that save your ass, and then you can progress slowly, so you can go from mode 4 or from mode 3 to mode 2, keep always the controls on at the highest level, then maybe you can lower down to 1 and then start your first wheelie and so on. So yes, you can for sure grow into it, but honestly, if this is your first bike, you are let's say 25, I would totally discourage you from buying this bike. I would totally start from another bike, another kind of bike, less power, less electronics and whatever. First of all, because you learn how to really ride a motorbike without any electronic intervention, and second, because when you are 25, believe me, your brain is not gonna do the right thing as if you were 40, for example. That's a huge difference. I promise you, I don't do crazy stuff, but if I had this bike when I was 25, I'd be dead already, for sure, if I know myself. If you're on the contrary already coming from a 650 or for a 300, 400, you have already a few years of experience, or at least as a scooter, at least if you have ever driven like moped scooters like I did, that's something that adds to it, so it's fine. But if really you never ridden anything, you just passed your driving test, you want to jump on one of these, I think you'd be dead, no matter what kind of riding mode you drive with. So that said, don't do crazy things. In the end, it's always, of course, your choice, not mine. This is just my opinion, and I'll see you in the next video.